Hey guys, so home from work and I was out here checking on my seed starts and thinking about Hoss Tools and how they have the greatest customer service there is out there. I tell you, those guys they take care of their customers well. Um, and let me tell you how I know that. So I mentioned in my previous video about my seed starting woes, I guess that I just had some really bad luck with the seed starting kit in that organic fertilizer. And I mentioned in that video and then in my last video about a trial I was going to run with ProMix, Jiffy Mix, and then ProMix with the organic fertilizer. And all the same tomatoes and that type of thing. And I'm just going to see what happened because it just didn't make sense why I was having such bad luck with that mix. Well, I run that trial and let me see if I can show you here. So, remember I had 4 trays. So, here, this is one tray, this is the other tray. So, mark your seed starts because I don't know which one of these little trays is which right now. One of these trays has 6 of the Bradleys in it and 6 of the yellow pear. I really am not sure which one of these it is. This one, this 24 cell tray, look at those pretty tomato plants. Man. That's all Bradley started in ProMix. This tray over here, let me walk over here. That is the Bradley started in the ProMix with the organic fertilizer. They failed again. Did not germinate. Not a one germinated. So last Thursday on their Row by Row show, Travis talked about that exact issue. And he said that what they found was that organic fertilizer mixed in the seed starting mix was basically it was heating up the seed starting mix. It was getting too hot. And that's what I didn't understand because this seed starting mix is crusty. It would mold over and then it would get crusty. And just all of them that I've done in that did the same thing. So I was like, wow, that makes perfect sense. That organic fertilizer is composted chicken manure. It was still heating up after it got wet, composting more, I guess. And so it was heating things up and getting too hot on those seeds. So I just commented on the video and told them, man, I'm glad they talked about it because I just been scratching my head. Why is this not working? You know, this doesn't make sense to me, really. And so Hoss replied back and said, hey, let me know what seeds we can replace for you. And they said that in their video, contact them at their customer service email, and they would replace the seeds. And they replied back on that email, on that comment, hey, let us know what we can replace. I just replied back, I don't need a replacement. If all this is learning experiences for me, I've got plenty to go in the garden. That's not all of them. I got more down below. So I just told them, hey, this is a good learning experience. It was a learning experience for them. It was a learning experience for me. And I've seen Gary over at the Rusted Garden, his YouTube channel, he's talked about not putting organic fertilizer in your seed starting mix before. So we've learned that lesson. I moved on. I've got great results on my seed starts with these kits without the organic fertilizer. But for Hoss to say that they would replace my seeds, make things right, that they don't have to do that. That is great customer service. As a small business owner myself, I know how customer service goes. I've been on both sides, good and bad, and I want to take care of our customers, our clients, and they're taking care of their customers and clients and by offering to make it right. It's the same thing that we do in our business. We're going to offer to make things right any way we can, go above and beyond. And that's what they always do. That is excellent customer service. So I really appreciate the guys over at Hoss. Travis and Greg have a great company, and they're really doing some amazing things in the gardening industry, in seeds and tools, you name it. They've got a great setup there. Now, let me just show you while I'm in here, while I'm in the room with my plants, let me show you how things are looking. So I mentioned my cinder jalapenos. Look at those things. Man, they're looking pretty. Now, these are the ones I started in the peat pellets, and because some failed on me, some failed on the organic fertilizer deal. I've also started some in this tray, and only 2 of them come up. I'm not sure what happened, but I've got 9, 10, I've got 11 cinder jalapenos coming up. This is some pepperoncinis right there. Down here in the middle shelf, I've got some lettuce and some spinach started. It's really coming up, looking good. Here, you can sort of tell it right there. This half of the tray was some lettuce seed that was old that I planted. Again, I should learn my lesson, but I don't sometimes. That it just didn't come up. This lettuce is looking really good. Let me show you these red snappers. I showed these earlier. Look at those. Isn't that some good looking tomato plants? And then this is my Cherokee Purple, my Jubilee. Now, I mentioned earlier that I had started these seeds down here on the end and they didn't come up because they were old seed. They come up. Look at them. I've got a ton of Bradley tomato plants. I'm not going to try to think through how many I got right now, but it's a bunch. I'm really glad that the other 12 up there did not come up. And then look at this pepperoncini here. This is the ones I started in the peat pellets. Now this one, you see how the top looks. This is another one. And so what I'm doing here, I've done this before. I clipped out the top. Prune that out. And what it's going to do is it's going to fork at the top. And it's going to make a very sturdy base, and then I'm going to have a fork. I'm going to see what the yield is like on doing that. I've done it before. I've had good results, but I've never compared my results. So I'm going to have half of these I've pruned and half of them I've not. So we'll see what that looks like. But then look, I just showed this, but I'm really proud of how this lettuce and spinach is looking. Get that put out in the garden. Maybe a little late on that, but hopefully I'll get a little bit going. But anyway, hey, I just mainly wanted to update you. Things are going great. I have never had this great a success. This many plants started at once as I'm having this year. And it's because of some of these good trays I've got, but also this addition of all these lights. I've never had enough lights. I've always tried to do it all with just a few lights, 1 or 2 lights. Man, I have added, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 lights right now going, and everything's looking really good. I could use a few more lights, but we'll do that maybe later in the season. I've bought enough lights as it is right now, so I need to add. I've got this middle shelf here. I need to add another light to it and another light up here at this top shelf. Man, it's about time to get some seeds in the ground. Now let me say this about seed starting. Why seed starting? Because you get all of these plants. All of these plants. If I had bought this many plants at the box store like I've done in the past, you're talking about a whole lot of money. I bought plants, but I've never bought this many because I couldn't afford to buy that many. But now I've got, let me see here, I've got 48 tomato plants on this shelf. I've got 48 plants down there. I've got a lot of tomatoes growing, and they're looking really good. So, hey, I appreciate you watching this one, and if you've not shopped with Hoss, go check them out. Look at their products. I promise you, you will not be disappointed with them. And hey, get out in the garden, get some stuff going. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. Bye.